Alright, hey guys, what's going on? Time for a quick little vlog. Oh boy, where do I start? So today is Sunday, September 7th, and this is the week coming up is when I'm going to Maine. I'm gonna be there for, I guess, a total of 2 days, the day of arrival, and then stay the night, and then out that whole day, and then heading home that night. And I think I decided that the day I arrive, which would be Thursday, probably about 2 or 3 p.m., is the day I'm gonna walk around Portland. Um, because at least that day I'll have the most energy, and then from expending all that energy from walking around and doing whatever it is I'll end up doing, I'll be able to go to the hotel and rest. And then from the hotel, the next day, I'll go to the mall that's right there, and then I'll just do mall stuff for a few hours and see what else I can get up to, and then head home from that. So that way I'm not driving home after having spent the entire day walking around. I expect to get like 20,000 steps or some shit walking around that day. I'm gonna be just going. So that's the plan right now. Ooh, my tummy's churning. Oof. I just had the first thing to eat today. I had two mini honey buns. They're probably like that big, little honey buns. And I'm drinking a regular NOS, so that's definitely my sugar for the day. It should be illegal for this to have 51 grams of sugar. That's fucking crazy considering it's sugar and it's sweeteners in it. Like, it absolutely should be capped at like 25 grams of sugar. There's no reason it should be 51. That's 102% of sugar. That's fucking crazy. That just means I drink more water to compensate today. Another thing, real quick, I actually switched to a dumb watch, just an analog watch, nothing else on it. It's just the time. It's a bit small. It was a trial. I was like, I'm gonna try to get a watch just to see how I like having the analog again and go cheap. I always start off cheap, and if I like it more, I'm like, all right, cool, yeah, I'll improve the quality. I'll like move to $50. This was a $20 watch. As you can see, it's just analog, and you guys are flipped and it's upside down, so that looks like shit. But and instead, because before I had this smartwatch, and as much as I like having a smartwatch, it's just like too bulky. Um, I was always afraid of it just getting wet and breaking. This was only $50 when I got it as well. I usually don't spend much more than like 50 on stuff like that, shoes and watches and whatever, because I don't care. I don't need to be showing off any kind of wealthy status, or especially lying about a wealthy status. But instead, for fitness tracking, heart monitoring and stuff, I got a smart ring, which I've always seen. I'm like, I want to give that a little shot. I want to give that a try. The problem is, when it comes to my ring size, is I don't know my ring size. I think I got this, it's a 9 or a 9.5, based on this ring that I wear. I've had this ring for like 10 years, and I usually wear it on this index finger, but the way I usually do it is index finger, and then I take my pentacle ring, and I put that over the front of it, because I do not like my rings going back and forth and being loose, because I'm constantly doing this. I just want it pressed against the back and not moving or rotating. So if I just wear this ring right here, it just rotates freely. So I put the other ring behind it. Oh no, we gotta do this. But right here in lies the problem is the ring can fit on my actual finger, but getting by my fat meat man knuckles is a pain, because I have a little bit, because my knuckle bones are a little bit wider compared to my fingers, just because I'm a thin guy. I'm a slim guy, so that's always a pain, is getting the ring size where it's going to be snug, which for me to be snug, it's different because my right hand it's like 5% meatier than my left hand because it's my dominant hand. So this ring size is like a 9, 9.5, whereas this ring size is like an 8.5 to a 9. So it's a pain. But either way, so far I'm liking having the smart ring. I think it's pretty cool, and I have the app on my phone to track it. It seems to be tracking less steps than my watch, but I guess it may just be a little bit less sensitive. Um, this was only a $30 ring as well. So, all in all, I spent $50 between the two. It's not bad. And, yeah, I like it pretty decently. We'll see how I feel and see how long it lasts. I got some Yu-Gi-Oh cards here I'm selling to Meta TCG for about $46 for the lot of them. which isn't that bad. That's just going towards the fund for Maine. I got a good amount of money saved up for it, but the problem is having that much money is I'm gonna want to spend it all. So what I'm gonna have to do is like transfer half of it, because it's in my savings. I'll transfer half of it to my checking, and that will be like what will try to be my spending limit, my absolute spending limit. And if I need to, then I'll dip into the other. But I'm gonna be really frugal with the stuff I'm buying, because I'm gonna be walking around with my camera and like 2 or 3 lenses. I think the lens that'll be on my camera, which will typically be my 35mm. I'll have my zoom lens for if I see anything slightly in the distance, like seagulls or birds or something else, whatever have you. I'll have that with me. And I'll probably have my macro lens or my macro converted lens, and then just be switching in and out. And then on my back, I'll just have a regular backpack that'll be mostly empty for whatever stuff I may happen to buy, carrying drinks or whatever have you, so I can try to keep my hands free as much as I can. I'm getting over being a little sick. I'm still a tiny bit sniffly, and my singing voice hasn't quite returned. I try to sing like in the car coming home from work, and I'm like, I lose it pretty quickly, and I end up just like hacking, just like so. Still occasionally coughing. The sneezes have gone away though, which I love sneezes. I very much enjoy sneezing. It feels great, but I kept getting the, and I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, it's gone. I would get that all day, like 20 times a day, and there's nothing worse than losing a sneeze. So, I think I've decided I'm not gonna bring my laptop. Just one, for safety. I don't want to lose it or have somebody steal it, or have something. It's just one less thing to keep track of, one less thing of value to keep track of, because as long as I make it home with my camera and car intact, pretty much everything obviously like my phone and my wallet and stuff, but pretty much everything I'm going to be bringing, which is just some clothes, and I have like a list of stuff on my phone, just a notes. I always keep notes of the things I'm bringing, so I can check off the list of, okay, I brought all this. I make the same list for when I'm leaving the hotel. I can check off the whole list, so I know I brought everything, and I got everything that I brought when I'm leaving. So I always do stuff like that. So I was debating on bringing my laptop just so I could bring my hard drive for movies, because I've been filling this up with my DVDs that I've been ripping onto it. But I might just bring that and see if I can just plug it into the TV that would be in the room. I assume we'll have a TV in the room. And maybe I'll just watch a movie or something like that when I get back to the hotel. Watch a movie or two, or episodes of Ghost Adventures or something like that. But when it comes to that, I have a question. Would you guys rather... Well, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to upload shorts as I'm there. Like, I'll just, whatever I record while I'm out there on my phone, I'll post it as a short when I get the opportunity, like immediately, or like when I get to a spot where I can, where I'm sitting and eating or something like that. And I'm gonna be posting that, so like this channel is gonna get spammed with my activities. But do you want me to collect all those shorts, or just save all the videos rather, and make a vlog compilation of the whole time? Because that's what I think I'm gonna do. Just post as I go, and then when I get home, offload all those videos and just make one long supercut of the whole time out there. My necklace is in my shirt. What's the point of wearing it if it's not visible? And yeah, so I think that's my plan. If that sounds good to you guys, let me know. And I apologize for the spam, because it's going to be happening, but also it's a lot of shorts which get a good amount of views, which is good for the channel. Kind of sets an unrealistic expectation of the flow of content on this channel, but that's fine. Excuse me. I haven't spoken at all today. These are the first words I'm saying today. The other thing is, I wanted to mention real quick, when it comes to the book I'm editing right now, or writing, it's 12:16, I've been writing for almost an hour, and I'm at page 257, and I have another chapter after this, which I might combine this chapter and that next chapter to make one long one, and then I have an epilogue, and then I'm done with that pass-through. And then I'm just going through all my notes, inserting all my notes to where they need to go, and then starting from the beginning and doing another pass-through. And then I'll probably do another pass-through after that. Whew. So this is a lot of work. I usually do 1 to 2 hours a day, and right now Like yesterday, I got exhausted halfway through the day because of work. Because I worked in a row. Like again, today's Sunday, and I worked Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, working today Sunday, and usually I have Monday off. It's my one day off a week from both jobs, and then I start the cycle again, Tuesday through Sunday. But this week, because I won't be here, because I'm going to be out in Maine, I switched the Friday that I was supposed to be at work, that I would have supposed to have been at work, and with Monday, so I have that day off too for while I'm out there, obviously. So I'm working Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I'm working like 9 days in a row, and I still have today, tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday to get through. So yesterday I got hit with like and I got super annoyed, and because usually today it'd be like, okay, one more day, plan my day off. I just got to get through today. Today's gonna be a slog because it's a Sunday and it always is, but just got to get through it. But no, I don't even have that to look forward to. I don't have Monday to look forward to, but I do have Thursday, Friday, Saturday off while in Maine, and then I come back. I'll be back on Saturday, like morning or afternoon. Or rather, no, I'll be back Friday night. I'll have all of Saturday day off home, work Sunday, and then I have my normal Monday off. So it will be worth it. I get all my hours in, and I have like 4 days off with one day in between, kind of thing. So that'll be fine. I just Ugh. And apparently Mondays suck as well. Apparently, because I never work Mondays at this job. So apparently Mondays are awful because they're always short-staffed on Mondays, I guess. For some reason. So that's gonna suck eggs. But, whatever. Um, what I've been doing, actually, lately, is I got crystallized ginger. Um, because ginger is really good for your stomach and digestion, and so I've been having a few of those when I wake up in the morning and a couple before I go to bed to try to help regulate my stomach a little bit better. And I mean, I can't really speak for the results quite yet. I only started having them yesterday, but ginger is just good for you. It's just really good for you, and it's just ginger with sugar on it. So, nothing crazy, I don't believe, right? Ingredients: ginger, sugar, sulfur dioxide used as preservative, and that's it. That's all. So, made in Thailand. And, I hate when they say serving size, a quarter cup. Like, okay, 13 servings per container, but still, quarter cup, that's annoying, because it's like, how much is a quarter cup of those? That's probably 5 or 6 medium-sized pieces, something like that. But, yeah, so, I got incredibly depressed yesterday. I wanted to bash my head against the wall, super depressed last night. And, it, bleeding into existentialism, like, in the middle of the day. I think just because work and feeling stuck in life, feeling disappointed because my books can't sell. It's like the one thing I care about, and I can't even get the momentum. I'm seeing a lot of book talk stuff, and a lot of it is just from people who claim to know, like, I'm a professional indie book editor, and these are 10 things you're doing wrong. If your book has this, it's gonna fail. If you're writing in first person, fail. No one wants to read first person. If your book's more than this many words, fail. Nobody's gonna read that, and you need to cut 60% of that. And I'm just like, so everything I do is fucking wrong. So all my books they're just bad, I guess. And I just inundated with a bunch of negative commentary based around shit. And I know that they're not saying that specifically about my book, because obviously they're not looking at my book, but I'm applying all of that to it and just being like, okay, so this is why it's failing, because it's too many words, because book one is too long. And yeah, it is too long. And I started thinking, well, what could I actually cut? And the only things I can think of cutting wouldn't even reduce the page length by that much. Like, I could maybe at max cut 50 pages from book one and feel okay with that, and that would still have it be over 400 pages. I mean, literally, the book I'm writing right now, it's not even done, and I'm at 100,000 words. I'm at 98,000 words. How can you possibly sit there and say that a book needs to be 100,000 or less. What books? What books are we talking? My short story. I gotta look at Incarnation real quick. I gotta see how many. Uh, where is it? Non-series writing. Incarnation. 60,000 words in 60 or so page, and 300. Wait, how is that 300 pages? What? In 60 pages. Okay, it was loading really weird. 13,000 words across 60 pages, and that's just a very short story. And this is a big novel that's going to be about 400 pages, and it's like you need to cut all this, you need to cut all this. This isn't necessary. Why would you ever see a character watching TV? Well, it's because it's pertinent to their character. It's showing, having them watch TV or slovenly make their way. I guess slovenly is not the wrong word. Is not the right word, but like sluggishly make their way to the bathroom is characterization, and it's showing you the current state that they are living in. That this is affecting them in this way, and it's a contrast to how we will see them in the future and how we have seen them in the past. It's an important character, and guess what? Seeing the mundane in a book is relatable. Okay? I'm not about hyper optimize my book, because then it feels like we're just jumping around to plot points. And yeah, that's kind of what a book is. It's just hitting the plot points, but it's also like I want my characters to feel real, you know? I want my characters to feel personable and genuine. And in order to do that, you need to see them doing stuff outside of the main plot. And plus, there's like the looming threat of the antagonist, then there's the internal antagonism that the main character is facing. And this is that. This is showing them going through those motions of depression and hopelessness and dread and apathy. And that is important because it's the character, you know? When I'm looking at the characters that I see now in the book that I'm writing and compare them to when we first saw them, it's like, oh, I can see their journey. I can see how they grew. Because before, they were taking all that time sitting in silence and just numbing themselves. And now, the story's going a little bit faster paced because we're not seeing those scenes, because those scenes aren't happening as often. And that's the fucking point, is that we're seeing them go through their life at a more natural pace, and they're not getting stuck. So showing them getting stuck is the characterization I aim for. And that's a problem. That's a fucking problem with all these. It's so elitist, the way I see a lot of these people on TikTok, and I know they're farming for engagement too. Half what they say probably isn't true, but it's the way that they just immediately vilify and damn a story that doesn't follow these criteria and say how they're going to fail. And clearly, yeah, it's going to fail because my books are nothing, you know. It's a very niche, very select audience, but the select audience really fucking enjoys them. And it's like, I just need a chance. I just started an Amazon promotion. I started a whole daily budget $5 optimized search thing that's going to be running just indefinitely right now. And the budget only goes up to the maximum $5 when people, so it's like when people click on it, then it charges like the 50 cents or something like that. And then that's just like potentially translating to a sale. And I don't know how it all works. It's very complicated. But, man. What I should do, actually, is for this promotion, I should drop the price of book 1 from 18 to 16. I should do that right now. Just to make it a little bit more acceptable to purchase for new people. Oh, minimum $17. I can't even do that. It's because of expanded distribution, I think. What if I turn that off? If I just did this. 40% royalty. Yeah, okay, so I'll just do that right now. I'll do that for the moment. I got rid of expanded distribution and put it as just United States, and that dropped the minimum price that I could list it at to like $11 or something. So now I just set it to 16 instead of 18, and hopefully that can make it a little bit more easy for people to purchase. I just want it to be easy for people to purchase. Why would I even have expanded distribution? I'm not like maybe sell to the UK, sure, but like it's not the market. Anyway, this video's been going on for 20 minutes. I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit because I have been feeling just down on myself, and it's self-inflicted. You know, there's no reason. I have people that I talk to every day, and I have people that show me support and compassion and express desire to like want to engage and hang out and do stuff. And at least I have one person that does that. Everyone else is completely dead silent. So I do have one person that is a consistent engager in my life that I engage with too. But I still have that whole like barrier that I just keep up, where I keep everyone at an arm's length for protection. I guess I don't know, but ugh, I just don't want to feel bad. Why aren't you fixing me? Why aren't you fixing? Wait, this is my heart medication. Why aren't you fixing me? I take 3 pills a day. I take 6 pills a day of you. You should be fixing me. Anyway, yeah, thanks guys for watching. I'm gonna get back to writing. I needed just a little break. I've been writing for like an hour straight, and I usually can't do that. I have to like get up and walk away a bunch. That's why I go to the library to write, and I probably will start doing that when I get into the next editing phase. But like, I go to the library so I can force myself to sit there. It's just, oh man. Anyways, yeah, thanks for watching, and I will keep you guys posted on the trip, and I'll be trying to post those vlog snippets as I go. Thankfully, it's only like an hour and a half drive, and you guys know I got my car situated, so that hour and a half drive will be a lot easier. Anyways, I gotta go. Bye.